it's a very complex operation, and I'm sure there's a lot of details that we will not know of entirely. But this operation has been going on overnight and has started off officially this morning, where over 37,000 of the remaining scouts have been evacuated from the site. And the latest figures that I'm getting from the government right now suggest that all the scouts and their leaders have now officially left the site as of 4 p.m. today. There are still, as I know, a few thousand people maybe left, and those are mainly organizers, and they will be leaving by tonight. But also, it's been another logistical nightmare to find where to house all of these children, 37,000 of them, mainly in the capital area and around Seoul. And the government has found 128 accommodation facilities, mainly private dormitories or even government-owned dormitories, and they have all been able to go there. It is quite, I guess, a miracle that they were able to get this across so quickly in so little time.
Yeah. Now, they are sort of escaping one drama, which has been this intense heat where the Jamboree was planned. They're moving, as you pointed out, mainly to the capital, but that is right in the path of the approaching typhoon.
Of course, the typhoon is going to affect the entire country as it hits Korea, I believe, tonight, and the rest of the country tomorrow morning and afternoon. But at the same time, the children will be within safe facilities, within buildings, and of course it will be a lot more manageable and controllable to look after their safety, as opposed to being out in a massive open air field exposed to the elements.
Are they planning to try and finish this Jamboree?
Yeah, so the official line from the government is that the Jamboree is officially going ahead and will continue until the closing, until the end on August the 12th, except it will just be in a different format and it will be in different locations. So the government and local authorities, local governments and cities have been getting together to ensure that we have activities and all sorts of different things arranged for the kids so that they still have a good time before they go to their respective home countries.
Yes, because of course a Jamboree like this attracts thousands of people from right around the world. It is a sort of very significant and prestigious event to get. It is interesting because there was a K-pop concert scheduled for the Jamboree, but now that has also become mired in controversy because, you know, the possible appearance by BTS has been raised, and that's got fans very curious.
It's got fans very upset, and I think a lot of regular citizens upset as well, because like you said, there was a K-pop concert scheduled for Sunday night. Now it's been reported to the 11th, I believe, on Friday night. So there is a concert that is going to go ahead, and it's also going to double as the closing ceremony inside the Seoul World Cup Stadium. So it's going to be a very, in my opinion, very lavish and very, very spectacular event. And I'm sure people will really enjoy themselves. The K-pop stars, we don't know who is going to be featured yet, but there are rumors that some very high-profile pop stars will be mobilized. And of course, fans are upset because they're saying, don't use our boys, don't use our girls as props. This is your mistake, this is your mess. Don't use BTS to miraculously solve all of your problems and pretend everything's okay.
Yes, and of course BTS, some of the members of BTS are, you know, doing their military service, and that's been, you know, I guess publicly discussed because everybody has to do that military service and they should not be an exception. But if they were allowed to come and perform here, that would be sort of a bit of a mockery of their public service.
Yeah, I think it would be, you know, breaking many rules. And I think above, you know, I don't know the logistics in terms of pulling out pop stars from the army, from the military, just to make a performance. But of course, there would also be public sentiment that would be probably against them, and probably a lot of men would be angry at the favoritism and preferential treatment. And again, the idea of using K-pop stars to make everything look good when in fact there were some serious issues from the very beginning.
Yeah. More broadly speaking, Raphael, how are preparations for the approach of this typhoon going in Korea? And of course, you're in the capital.
Well, I think if typhoons are a regular occurrence in Korea and on the peninsula every summer in August and September. So I don't think anything is out of the ordinary. And typhoons are a regular part of life here, and authorities are well prepared for these kind of events. The current typhoon that is approaching has been raised in terms of alert level to the highest. So it does seem to be that it will be a strong one. And I do think probably authorities did do the right decision to pull out the children from the Jamboree site. But we never know. Maybe it might just be a little bit of rain by the time it reaches Seoul. But I think the most important thing here is not how devastating the rains might be, but the fact that maybe there will be just a little bit of rain in the Jamboree, which is on a vast expanse of flat land. And the moment it rains even just a bit, it floods. And it's been like that for many years. And authorities knew about these problems well in advance.
Yeah, so questions to be answered well after this Jamboree wraps up. Great to get you on. Thanks, Raphael.
Thank you.